So what pages of the textbook would you recommend we go through? So each of our lecture slides cover a chapter in the textbook. There's 1 or 2 slides that will cover 2 or 3 chapters, but it all depends on your lecturing style. So I'm not lecturing style, learning style. So my learning style is, when I was undergrad, is I would use a textbook. I would make my own notes, and then once I've summarized the textbook and summarized the work in the textbook, I will study from my own notes and the lecture slides. So my lecture slides are very, very thorough. So you should be able to do fine by just making use of the slides. But remember, depends on your study style. If you're making your own notes, that is one more way you are taking in the work. So remember, your brain is like a sponge. So if you use the lecture slides and you read from the lecture slides, that's one way you are taking in information. If you are listening in my lectures, those are a second way. If you're making notes in my lectures, that's a third way. If you're making notes out of the textbook, that's a fourth way. So that means you now have 4 different ways of taking in information. So usually the more, the better. But that's my way of studying. So it depends on how you guys are studying. And then you'll know what will be best for you. So I saw another question is, can I go through question 9 again? So yes, I can go through question 9. Okay, so remember question 9. This is with apparent visual magnitude. So let's go through it again. So star A has an apparent visual magnitude of 15.4, and star B has an apparent visual magnitude of 12.4. So star A is what in star B? So remember, the smaller the number, the brighter the star. So star A is 15.4, star B is 12.4. So from this, we automatically know that star B is already brighter than star A. So star A is already fainter. So now when we plug in this into our formula that we have here, so when we do the calculation, this will give us 16. So now we know star A is already fainter than star B, so therefore we know the 16 times will be 16 times fainter. Does that answer your question with question number 9? Awesome. So if it was the other way around, so let's say star A is 12.4 and star B is 15.4. Now it will be the other way around. So now if you do the calculation, star A will be 16 times brighter than star B. So by doing this formula, so this means the ratio that we get here is 16 over there. So question, when you use the calculator, you get 0.78. That's not correct. Let me just double check the calculation. So question, if you use the calculator, no, it doesn't have to be the correct answer. You can just round it. Now I get the correct answer. So if you do this and say FA over FB equals 2.51 to the power and you say 15.4 minus 12.4, you get 15.813, and you can say this is 16. Okay, does that help? So do you guys have any other questions? So was this mock test difficult? Was there an example of a hard question in this mock test, or should we expect the difficult questions to be? So what I'm going to do with these questions is I usually add one more difficult question for the people that likes a bit of a challenge. But let me just quickly check. No, I can't really see. No, they didn't do a really. So I didn't do a challenging question for the semester test, but I will do one for the exam. So it will just be on this level. So just a hint again for work, and that's a mistake everybody makes every year. When I ask you, what causes seasons? Please don't give the answer the distance from the sun, because that has nothing to do with seasons. It has to do with Earth's axis that is tilted at roughly 23 degrees. So just make sure about that. But otherwise, I have no other things from my side. So the only thing is read your question carefully. I'm not here to make life difficult. I'm not here to catch you guys out. I'm just going to test generally if you understand the work. So through all of these questions, you should be able to puzzle out which is the correct one. So the formula sheet is in the mock test. So let's show you. So I think I added it to the mock test. Oh, sorry, I didn't add it in the mock test. So yes, I will quickly give you an example. Let's see how it would be the easiest to do it. I think I can quickly upload a image. I'm just going to upload the image. Can everyone see this image? Awesome. That is the formula sheet I will be giving you guys. So everything you need to know for the test is in these formulas. So I went also through the textbook. For the exam, you'll receive the same formula sheet. And this is everything you need to know. So from this, the most important formulas is probably this one. It will be this one. Sorry, this one. And that's it. These three formulas is probably the most important formulas. Okay, you guys happy? So can you maybe recap on the luminosity of stars and its importance, how it works? So one thing with the luminosity is when we go through the HR diagram. So the most important thing with it is luminosity depends on two things. It can generate a whole lot of energy and can be small, or it can be very big and it seems more luminous because of its size. So that is why we look at the magnitude scale. If we have our standard measure and put everything at 10 AUs away, then we can know what the luminosity of the object is we are observing. And that's the sweet and short that you need to know about luminosity. So with the luminosity, there's nothing difficult I'm going to ask about it. So let me quickly check and see if I can perhaps give you hints on luminosity. Let me quickly check if there's something explicitly I'm asking on luminosity. No, I'm not asking anything explicitly on luminosity, so you don't have to worry about anything on that. Pleasure. Anything else, or are you guys good for anything else, or are you guys good for now? Sir, could you not say star names are both Greek and Arabic, considering at least in the modern day we denote stars by alpha, beta, etc., which is Greek. So one thing is, that's specifically why I'm asking these questions. So when we look at alpha, beta, gamma, that's when we use more our modern classification for stars. But before we used our modern classification, each star literally had a name. And then when we look at the history of astronomy, 90% of stars has Arabic names. So I'm not looking at modern classifications. I'm looking at pure names, and that is why Arabic names is correct. So question, can we email the next few hours or tomorrow have questions? Yes, you are more than welcome to email me questions. Just keep it within reasonable hours, then I'll try my best to reply. So yes, let's say today until about 7 o'clock, I will reply to emails as fast as I can. But remember, it's a weekend and I also want to spend time with the family. And then tomorrow from say about 9 to 5 during the day, I will also reply emails promptly. Does that seems fair to you guys? So just to be sure, the lifespan of stars does depend on its size. Yes, not directly its size, but its mass. It is a pleasure, guys. So if there's no further questions, you guys are more than welcome to log off. You can reach me via email. I will try my best to reply as fast as possible. Otherwise, you guys got us. Good luck with final preparations, and I'll see you all on Monday. It is only a pleasure. So if you just give me about 15 minutes to half an hour, then this video recording will also be on YouTube. It's a pleasure. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and you will do great on Monday. See you on Monday.